quickly, before we move on with Nottingham Forest chat, Arsenal have just tweeted 100 Premier League appearances for Saka and Ramsdale, and they've got like a little box. The club have given him a little box with medals in it, right? Where'd you keep your one that your clubs have given you?
I never get one of them.
The Premier League have done it. Arsenal was showing it off, but Bukayo Saka and Aaron Ramsdale have been rewarded by the Premier League after reaching 100 appearances in the division. So, there you go. You've got it. You not got one?
No.
Right, Premier League, if you're listening, where's Darren Bent? Right?
Honestly,
it's like you used to be a player, you're out the game, you've forgotten
about.
Can we get one, please, for Darren Bent? I'll give it to him on the show, Mr. Premier League.
I'll catch one of them down at PLP, don't worry about that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Shit, how disgusting that is. We'll get one for you, all right? We'll give it to you on air.
Appreciate it.
All right?
Appreciate it.
Always looking for good PR, these people. Let's talk about Nottingham Forest and Stevie Cooper. A year ago today, the club have tweeted about it. A year ago today, he took over. They were bottom of the Championship.
4 points.
And now they're playing Premier League football, but only just. They're 19th. They got 4 points from a possible 21. A year left on his deal, there or thereabouts. A whole host of clubs, we're led to believe, we read that, I know, are interested in him, and he hasn't signed. Why is that? Why do you think a manager would leave it this late in the deal?
I mean, I don't think, because I think you want security. Why he wouldn't have signed one yet? Maybe they can't agree on certain aspects of the contract. But one thing he has done is a fantastic job. He's got Nottingham Forest back to the Premier League in the first time in a long time. When was the last time they were in? 99, was it? Maybe Forest the last time?
Okay.
You don't know, do you?
Well, no, you're putting me on the spot with that.
Yeah,
I mean, usually when you ask that question, you know the answer.
I think I might be aware. Was it 99?
Why have you got 99?
I don't think it was 99. I think it was before that.
Well, they were definitely in it in 91 when Spurs beat them in the cup final.
Yeah. But either way, I think maybe they can't agree on maybe little parts of the contract that as always,
but why would you let a manager, or a player for that matter, get down to the final year?
No, I think it's now becoming a thing. I think Alex Neil, when he left Sunderland to go to Stoke, he was on a 12-month rolling contract.
Oh, no, that's nuts.
So I think it's just a way of the way of the world.
But he spent £145 million on 22 new players.
Crazy that.
Why are you giving... That is crazy. Why are you giving a manager with less than a year left?
Because they obviously still believe in him. They are, but they do.
But there's uncertainty there, right?
Yeah, but I told you, and I said this at the top of the show, with managers, and listen, he's done a phenomenal job. What he did in the Championship, 38 matches, 122, he only lost 6. What he's done is phenomenal. But owners only care about what you're doing for them right now.
Yeah, so it's a results business.
Yeah, it's not about what you did for me, but it's about what you do for me lately. Do you know what I mean? Moving forward, them owners want to be able to stay in this division. Once you've had a taste of Premier League football, you don't want to go back. And it's quite strange, because if you look at who Forest have got coming up, they've got 3 Midlands derby in a row. Go on. So they go Leicester away.
Hold on. Leicester away, right?
Okay, Villa.
That could be winnable.
Yeah, Villa at home.
Okay, that's tough.
And then Wolves away.
Even tougher.
Yeah, so they've got some tough games. Then they go to Brighton. So you go, okay, it's not the worst run of results coming off the back of international football.
You say that, but the last 2 games they've had, Fulham beat them and Bournemouth beat them.
Yeah, the Bournemouth one, they should have never lost it.
Right, but if you're going to stay up in the Premier League, even by the skin of your teeth,
you need to win them games.
At least don't lose them, right?
Yeah, but he's got a big job in his hand. And when you read reports, certainly from some of the local papers that I was reading around Nottingham and some of the national ones.
Why are you reading local papers in Nottingham?
Because I always like to get a feel of...
Where do you get them from?
You get on the internet.
Oh, okay.
I always like to get a feel of what's going on in that area. We can have
that to you?
Yeah.
You go on the internet and look at the local newspaper in Nottingham.
Yeah, to hear what the people in that area are saying. Like if I was going to go to Ipswich...
He's good, isn't he? He's good.
I'd read the town...
Somebody would just get the Beano up.
No, Town Crier, if I'm going to speak about Ipswich.
Do you?
Yeah. Because I want to know what they're saying in the area.
I like it.
Yeah, so... And they said that he's under pressure, and that shocked me, because I thought... Oh,
from who? From the board or from the fans?
From the board, like they're getting a bit itchy feet. Like they want a bit more for their money they've spent.
Okay.
But, listen, I saw it happen to Ipswich. When you sign this many players in one window, it's not that easy. It's not to embed these 22 new players.
I don't think I've ever heard of a club that's signed that many.
And he's got to embed these in to play together. It's going to be incredibly difficult, but his only saving grace, and I guess it's a bit of a worry, is A, it's still really early in the season.
Yeah.
But B, we've already seen now, and we spoke about it, 6 games in Thomas Tuchel, far more successful for Chelsea than Steve Cooper's been at Nottingham Forest.
I know, but that was for a different reason.
Doesn't matter.
Well, it does, because Thomas Tuchel was given the boot irrelevant of results.
Yeah, so you're led to believe. What I'm saying is we've seen managers who have won more get sacked at this early stage of a season. Yeah. So no manager is, unless you're Pep or Klopp.
But even then, recently, it was just mad,
no,
and I don't agree with it.
Not one person on the planet genuinely believes when Liverpool were going for this little bit of a wobble that Jurgen Klopp was not the right man to get them out of it.
7-year itch thing, wasn't there?
It's still Jurgen Klopp and what he's done.
I know. I agree with you. I think it's utter madness. He's one of the best managers on the planet. I'm saying people do make that connection.
You go to their training ground, as I did, and you go up these steps and you look at all the trophies that they've won under Jurgen Klopp.
Yeah.
Every single one of them is right there in your face. Why would you then decide your first little bit of a wobble to get rid of him? But for Steve Cooper, I think it would be madness to get rid of him so early.
What do you think? We're going to open the lines, of course. They're always open, what we're talking about. But we're going to take some calls from Forest fans in just a moment. 03717223344. Percentage terms, what percentage will want to keep him at the club?
95%.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be ridiculously high.
And rightly
so, right?
But you know what it is, though? Everybody will always get itchy feet.
But isn't this the same problem with Leeds and Bielsa? All the fans, keep him. But ultimately, you could argue, had they kept him, they would have gone down.
But it almost felt like with the Leeds situation, they kept it as long as they could. It wasn't this early in the season. I'm not saying, by the way, I'm not saying get rid of Steve Cooper. I think he's a brilliant manager. But I think what he did at Swansea, he took them up a couple of times. Won the World Cup as well as an England coach.
Yeah, of course, yeah, you're right.
So it's one of them where, with Bielsa, the Leeds board gave him as long as they could to hope that he could turn it around. And when it didn't happen, they had to make that tough decision. A lot of Leeds fans at the time were outraged by it, didn't want it to happen. But I think you'd have to say what Jesse Marsh has done in a short space of time. It's justified that decision.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Can I just say, sorry, I know he didn't take Swansea up. They lost against Brentford in the playoffs, but I think he got them up to about 4th in the Championship.
Yeah, they weren't great in that playoff final either.
No.
They were terrible.
No, but I'm saying he knows how to engineer.
I don't think they even got to the final. I think they went out in the semi, Swansea.
But he knows how to engineer a club where it's, I wouldn't say on its knees, it certainly was when we went to Forest, and build them up. Okay, well, listen, Forest fans, I'd love to hear from you. Although, here's the thing. It is a results-driven industry, right? Yeah. And you've got to make decisions with your head, not your heart. So the obvious question to Forest fans will be, if you're still there around Christmas time, then it's a no-brainer, right?
Well, get rid of him.
Any manager.
Get rid of him.
Oh, okay. It's all about results.
Okay, West Ham are still down there.
Want to go down,
West Ham are still around where they are now.
Yeah.
Christmas time, you get rid of Moyes.
Probably.
Oh, okay. No, not yet.
Okay. Listen, I'm not saying yes. I'm just saying that's the industry that they work in.
Yeah. Oh, no.
It's all about results. If you're in the bottom 3 around Christmas time, chances are you're going to get
the chop.
Yeah. I don't agree with it.
Yeah, I agree. Well, listen, I think it would be bonkers to get rid of him now. But as you said, with these owners, they hit panic quick.
If you spend 145 million and you bring in 22 players, you want some kind of return, don't you?
Okay, but you're not going to see a return after 7 games.
I know, but you want more than 4 points with a possible 21.
Yeah, but I mean, look at who they've played. I mean,
Bournemouth, Fulham, right? City, they lost to, right? Spurs,
Tottenham.
Okay. Everton,
they got a point. West Ham, they beat West Ham.
Yeah.
And Newcastle, they lost. So they lost to who they should have lost to.
Yeah, but they're all big. Well, they shouldn't have lost to Fulham and Bournemouth.
Yeah, forget that statement. Can we retract that,
Let's take calls on it, Forest. Forest fans.
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.